Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's conscious in the moment. I didn't plan on making a video today. I don't plan on getting off on any tangents. I have been seeing a bunch of videos and I'm realizing, I should speak up about it, not just keep my thoughts to myself. I'm not going to tell anybody that you have to listen to me, but I think you should keep some stuff in heart and mind. Blood over intent. Everyone, not everyone, a lot of people in the truther communities, conspiracy theorist communities, whatever you want to call it, like a lot of people are talking about the spiritual, flat earthers. It's a thing that's encompassing like all of these groups. So think about that. It's something that's gaining popularity with all these different groups who, sure, they're challenging mainstream thought, but they don't all, mesh all the time. They don't all adhere to the same thoughts. But this is something that, all the communities, it's touching all of us. Blood is spiritual currency. I just want to address that first point and say that no, it's not. Your prana, your chi, your electromagnetic waves that your body naturally produces, your intention, your thoughts, your emotions, anything that freely comes off of your body to interact with other human beings, I believe that that's your spiritual currency. I don't think that a being that created life would want you to spill your blood, something that opens you up to viruses, bacteria on a scientific level is bad. Something that, why would you want to spill blood? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't care if it's your own or whatever rational, way you rationalize that, that's fucking stupid to me. Now, as far as objectively looking at things on YouTube and studying whatever documents you've been looking at, maybe you're on Lunatic Outpost, maybe you're on the fucking Godlike Productions, or maybe you're on Above Top Secret, or maybe you're just like making your own blog, whatever. To go as far as to say that there's an elite club ruling aspects of the world and influencing us in our thoughts, and you know that they spill blood, and you know that they get down on shit behind closed doors, you think just because you're putting it on the internet, on YouTube, sorry, my glasses are so crooked, you think that just because you put it on YouTube it's somehow different? That because it's your blood and not the blood of someone else, that you're not basically getting down on the same stuff? Or if someone's abusing people and you want that abuse to stop, are you going to listen to someone who tells you that in order to end that cycle of abuse you have to abuse somebody? The logic doesn't make sense. But when you draw some fucking pictures and you talk about a lot of things that are based in truth, that a lot of us are waking up to, when you create this ideology that oh yeah, you're learning all these things, well, they all apply to spilling your blood on a piece of paper. If that was the way out, you don't think people would have figured that shit out by now? You think that seriously, if writing down I intend to bring heaven into whatever it is, and pricking your finger, cutting open something and putting your blood on that, you think that that's hard to do, hard to try, someone wouldn't have done that already? You think that looking at the fact that these guys fuck with blood, that someone wouldn't have thought about trying that already? It's ignorance. We aren't like the first intelligent humans on this planet just because we have internet. We can just interact differently because we have the internet. We need to stop being so egotistical and thinking that we're just the forefront of everything when we're objectively less intelligent than, masses of people that were preceded us. I'm not saying like back in 1800s every fucking person was super smart. We were all, at every period of civilization, it seems that we, the working class, the few, the majority, the masses, were at the whim of the people controlling society and their conditioning. But seriously, messing with your blood, it seems to me, objectively, when we talk about selling your soul, signing something in blood, if you've even seen that movie We're Back, that was popular when we were all kids in the 90s, about the talking dinosaurs, remember that shit that they signed in fucking blood and all the stuff that happened there? That was not cool. And it doesn't feel right. I see a lot of these videos and yeah, there's people like me and they're checking stuff out and they're like, oh, maybe I should try this blood over intent thing, but then I look at other people and I'm like, you know what the fuck you're doing. And I'm not trying to get so hung up on this divine retribution. I'm not going to look at my camera and threaten you, but I'm going to look in my camera, and if you're watching these videos, you know who you are aware of what you're doing, and so are several other people and entities surrounding this planet right now. It's not a game. I know that a lot of people can see it that way, and when you learn that we have these soul bodies, it kind of makes your physical body this look a little bit less like, but it's not a game. It can be played like one, for sure. It's not a game, it's more chess, you know? Fuck, it's the game's chess, it ain't checkers. Fucking Denzel. But, like, don't fuck with your blood, dude. You want to know what your spiritual currency is? I believe it's your chi. I believe it's the way that you can positively or negatively impact people without even touching them. That's real magic. Like, you want to talk about magic, you want to talk about these things, like, that's how you really get down. And you figure that stuff out by putting in hard work. It's I think, physics. You're not going to get a lot of meaningful shit usually out of by like just some simple ass easy process. You don't just get things given to you. You have to put in like the work. So you have to put in the same energy to get that out. So if you want deeper understanding and knowledge of things, like in this world, you have to dig for it. You don't cut open your finger, press it to a piece of paper with some words on it, and expect like things to open up. It's everything that's going on right now. A large majority of it is not based in the physical. It's not based in what you can touch with your fingers. It's based in what you can touch with your chi. I'm trying to reach people with this. I'm trying to reach people who are in the same space that I was, who are like, I can see a few bits and pieces of this, and I've got my gut instincts. I might have the aware knowledge that that's my higher self or my guardian angel, but like I know that like there's some shit going on, and it's very, very important because we have no idea what the implications of some of our actions are. Like, I'm just telling people to be in a good mood. I'm not telling you to spill your blood. I'm not telling you to do any crazy rituals because I can't tell you what the exact implications of those are. I have a very clear idea, and I've been, having a lot of thoughts that I think I'm being like inspired to share that aren't completely my own. And that might freak some people out, but I'm not telling any of y'all to kill each other, right? I'm not telling y'all to get down on some weird shit. I'm just like, we might want to think about things different. So when these guys tell you that you have to spill your blood in order to wake up, it shows you what kind of paradigm, what kind of system, what kind of running constants they're fucking with, because they're operating under a system that they have to tell you that this is the way. Whatever. Like, if people want to do that, that's cool. But, I mean, you don't want to get a chip. I don't know why you'd want to fuck with your blood. Looking at these people, these negative entities, and the way that they get down, seems like if you want to be on the other side of the fence, or if you even want to transcend the fence, you can't just do exactly what they're doing. That's ignorant. So, I don't know if there's anything more I can say on this. I feel like there is a point that I'm kind of like forgetting that I really wanted to say, but maybe I can hit it in another video. But just want to seriously stress, like, they know people are waking up. Similar to what I said about CERN and how, like, they want people to think that CERN is making the Mandela effect, because I truly believe they don't have control over the Mandela effect, because it's challenging their control inherently. They know people are waking up. There's controlled information everywhere, but especially on YouTube. You think that an app that you can just click on, like, whoever's watching these videos, how easy were they to find, I'm sure they're not on the front page. They just started making random fucking, like, videos. And, like, I'm tired of speaking in metaphors and speaking so, like, what's the word, mystically. Like, I'm just gonna say it like it is. We are in a fucking period of spiritual warfare that predates us by, like, there's no point in even trying to think about time with these things, because this is something that's time immemorial. But there's spiritual warfare going on. It's very real, and they've got a lot of us asleep to so many things. It's not even worth starting to try to list them off, because they are such vast and expansive lists of things that we are kept ignorant and asleep to, that not only could better ourselves, but connect us to our ancestors and, like, how this planet, like, has just really functioned. And the more of us that wake up, the more you're going to make these pitfalls and traps. It's like, oh, you really want to challenge the system? You want to wake up, or we're going to put you to sleep harder than the people that are looking up Kim Kardashian's ass and fucking talking about how Kanye's all crazy and stupid and all this stuff is fake news. And it's very simple. And a lot of us are realizing that it's hard to kind of jump into the mindset of, like, man, everything's a lie, but some stuff just doesn't feel right unless you've been conditioned to feel that it's right. But we all have choices, and we're all being presented with choices. I feel that even those of us that are super asleep, we are being given the opportunity to shed all that shit. Those of us with anger issues are being given the choice of, like, it's hard, it's difficult, but do you want to stay mad? Because you can let it go. Do you want to keep holding on to that pain? And I had an experience yesterday that was pretty trippy, but like, I don't want to scare people away by talking about too many things, like, bluntly. So I'll just try and kind of like, not dumb it down, but just say it from a different perspective. I realized yesterday that in order to survive on this planet, I've been operating out of a lot of anger that's like helped me look out for myself, and I have to let go of that. It's cool that it's helped me get to this point, but ultimately it's not gonna help me get past this. So there's a lot of aspects of ourselves that we need to let go of, and there's a lot of aspects that people are trying to literally hand to us right now in this period of great awakening and just like shedding of bullshit. Maybe you can't get behind the whole like, oh, everything's gonna be great, and that makes a lot of sense because your whole world has been shit so far and you've had no control over it. But what I'm trying to say, and what a lot of people are trying to say, we are vanguards of a message that's coming from a very, very specific place. We're shedding a lot of bullshit, and you can choose to. You can choose to partake. So if you really want to put your blood over your intent, because they're spelling it out for you, your blood over your intent, not physically. They want you to think, I'm just putting my blood over my intent on the, no. You're putting your blood over your intent. But if you want to put your intentions over everything else, you'll wake up and see like what's really fucking going on. You might not understand it completely, but you won't be looking, like, remember when I said two people can look at one thing and see objectively different things? You're not going to look at society and see the shit that you saw yesterday once you put your intent over everything else. So fuck blood over intent, dude. This shit's, I know I'm saying we gotta get rid of anger, but like when someone's standing in front of you telling you that you're a fucking idiot, that's gonna elicit a reaction. So I'm not saying we need to run around burning shit down and all that, and like, no, that's not the proper reaction to like hurt yourself or your family because someone's making you angry. But like, take that anger and channel it into like, well, alright, they're trying to get me to do blood over intent, then like, let me think about this, and does this make sense or doesn't? Like, if you've watched this video and like you've never heard of this and you want to check that stuff out, if you objectively think and you really feel in your gut that it's a really good idea, then I don't know what to say. I'm not going to argue with your gut instinct. Like, I think that the gut instincts we all have are tied to our higher self, so maybe that's part of your path, your purpose in life is to do that. But like, nah, man, I think all the star seeds out there, all the truthers, all the people that are like about some real justice, who are like not just waking up, but who have been like, okay, they're putting bullshit in front of our faces. All y'all, don't put your blood over your intent. Be conscious in the moment. Peace.